You don't have that platform to address people's issues, but still you have to travel that extra mile to try and get it resolved. In the last few years, we have been very successful in getting residents together in a congested place like South Mumbai. If we are able to convert dump yards into gardens, I think it's a big achievement for the residents. The game changer was the water situation in our area, because our area is the fag end of the city. We are in the process of constructing our own reservoir in Kulaba.
There is a constant complaint about encroachments, slum dwellers, hawkers.
We have managed to create a walking plaza at Kalagoda. Nepotism is the way you perceive it, because if it is for the benefit of people, if it is for something good, I think then it is good.
With me today here is Mr. Makaran Navrekar, who's officially two-time corporator from the Kolaba area. He claims he's a three-time corporator, and we'll find out why. Welcome to Free Press Journal. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like I said, I mean, of course, officially two-time, but then the last 3 years that we've not had elections and we've had this lull period, you say that you were active. You had to be active. Can you explain why you feel this is going to be your fourth term? I mean, I know officially the name's not announced, but you are clearly a hopeful from this area.
So I got elected as an independent corporator in 2012 and got re-elected on the BJP ticket in 2017. And my term ended in 2022. But as you know, after that, we've not had a corporation body being elected. But for people, it has always been a case where he's the corporate of the area and he's responsible for be it the roads or the civic amenities. So and then it's like you're put in a spot because you don't have the
Official sanction, so to
official
say.
sanction. You don't have that platform to address people's issues, but still you have to travel that extra mile to try and get it resolved. So I think
But you're hoping to reap, into the dividends of that now, isn't it? I mean, that just by default becomes your groundwork now when you go to people and you present yourself as their candidate.
it does. It does. It will definitely help me if I'm given a chance to contest again. I think last 3 or 4 years that we've been working without being corporators will definitely add to the profile. And it's like dress rehearsal, drag extended dress rehearsal.
But you mentioned people's issues, and I want you to tell me, because I know that you've been very actively involved in slum illumination project, one of the projects which your name is associated with, and a number of other things. Would you like to tell us about?
So I think in the last few years, we have been very successful in getting residents together, empowering residents, and jointly carrying out a lot of landmark projects in the area. Be it in a congested place like South Mumbai, if we are able to add 4 new garden plots, convert dump yards into gardens, I think it's a big achievement for the residents. We've managed to do that in be it the Suraksha Garden, the Somani Garden, the DSK Garden, the Gandhi Garden. So then likewise, I think the game changer was the water situation in our area, because our area is the fag end of the city. So the water literally trickles by the time it reaches Kulaba. So now we are in the process of constructing our own reservoir in Kulaba. So the water will be transported from Malabar Hill Reservoir to Kulaba and then pumped to people's houses. So I think that will change the way we've been receiving water from the corporation. So likewise, there have been many landmark projects that we have initiated as residents, I would say, because we weren't corporators. So.
Yeah, no, you spoke about beautification, you're talking about water, but if you speak to Kolaba residents, like some of our reporters have done, there is a constant complaint about encroachments, slum dwellers, hawkers, which is in a way, I mean, on one hand you may beautify, but on the other hand, there is an assault on the senses because of this, mushrooming of dwellers, slum dwellers, and people don't know where they have come from. So what do you do about that?
I totally agree with you that not just Kulaba, it is the entire city. I think is that has this issue of encroachment. Slum dwellers are the people who are underprivileged, unfortunately. But if you see that there's always demand and supply, and I've learned that in college. So there is a demand for labor, there's a demand for people in jobs, and the supply is there where people we don't we have influx of people coming and providing.
But there has to be a method to the madness. As a
I
corporator, it's your responsibility
I
to ensure that probably, as somebody who's connected also politically to a party, perhaps you, at least I can say, would have that influence, would have that leverage to work on something like this if that is bothering your residents the most.
As corporators, we have to work within the realms of the Bombay Municipal Act 1888, and which typically deals with the civic amenities that the people are provided with. And if slum encroachment or has to be dealt with, it has to be dealt with at a much larger level, like an SRA body, or I totally agree with you that it needs to be dealt with all across Mumbai.
What about hawkers? That comes in your ambit for sure. The
Yes,
fact that you
and
have vendors, all over the place without a certain structure, which again becomes a bother for, if you have a motorable road and that is encroached upon. So that clearly is
I think
something that can happen.
absolutely, and to deal with this issue of hawking menace and all across the city, I take pride that since 2017, our thrust has always been pedestrianization of Kolaba. And by pedestrianization of Kolaba, I mean we want to make every footpath in Ward 227, 226, 225 an experience for pedestrians to walk on. And which is why we approached the Honorable Chief Minister, Sri Devendra Fadnavis ji, and the Municipal Commissioner. They were kind enough to grant funds. Today, if you see, we have managed to create a walking plaza at Kala Ghoda. We've identified in phase one 6 lanes which will be only for pedestrians. Cars won't be allowed there. We are trying to bring back the old world charm by having cobalt roads, footpaths, roads, artwork all over, etc. Likewise, we are planning something similar at Narman Point. We have plans to revamp Kolaba Causeway, where funds are already sanctioned. The tendering process is on. Post elections, the execution of that work will happen. And I'm confident that once the project of Kolaba Causeway is implemented, people will have a totally different Kolaba Causeway to experience, as far as the hawking goes and the experience of walking on the pavements.
You named the three wards, and I must tell viewers here that the reason you have named all three wards is because the other wards, your family holds the position of corporator, has been holding. Can you tell me? I know Harshita Navrikar ji is also a corporator from this area, has been one. Your brother is the MLA from this area. So, somewhere, do you feel that within the family there is a lot that you can handle to improve this area and to address the concerns of the people?
Most certainly. And I think as a family, we've been active in the social circuit of Kolaba since 1978, when my father got first elected to the corporation. Then he enjoyed people's support and blessings until 2002. And 2012, I got elected. So I think as a family, Rahul is the MLA of the area. He's also he's also the youngest speaker of a state legislative assembly in the country. And Harshita, my sister-in-law, is representing was representing Ward 226. So I think we've been blessed, and people have showered their trust.
How
And
do you deal with the nepotism charges?
I think you know uh, if you see today.
But you had to bear the brunt of your seat getting reserved for a woman, and that also you managed to turn around and keep. That also you have managed to somehow subvert and keep this area within a family. That's a smart move, I would say.
So I think nepotism is the way you perceive it, because if it is for the benefit of people, if it is for something good, I think then it is good, it's acceptable, and that is proved by the residents of our area. And as far as yes, my ward right now, which I was representing since 2012, is reserved for ladies. So hopefully the party will consider giving a good, educated, well-meaning candidate for all of us to work with.
Yeah. Quick last question. I know and have read about the sort of citizen support that you enjoy. Keeping aside the nepotism part of it or your family connections, you as a leader has been somebody that people have supported, and that perhaps that's the reason why this confidence that you have today that you will be representing this ward again. What is that quality in you? What is that one leadership quality in you which has stood by you and which has made you this popular, if I can say that?
I think it is empowering people. I myself would not want to depend on any one particular person to have my basic civic rights. So each one of us should get into this process of governance to make life easy for us.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you.
Well, that was Makaran Navrekar ji, who spoke to us exclusively here in Free Press House. The idea was to understand what his vision is for this area, and I hope we could bring that out in the conversation. This was for the segment of Know Your Corporators, and we will continue to bring you more leaders here on Free Press Journal. Thanks for watching.